We gotta talk, cause I gotta put you on game. What's up, it's your girl Maja B, and I'm back with another video. As you read by the title today, I'll be telling you 10 things to know before you transition part 1 to part 2. This specific video, it will have 2 parts because it is a few things that I would like to kind of put you on game about. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new and you've been here, girl, what's up, bitch? What's up, and welcome back. Before I get into the video, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment what you would like to see next, and be sure to hit that bell somewhere down here, so you'll know every time I post. Cause you know.
Ain't you getting food? Let's get the food. Okay. Yeah.
Be sure to follow me on all my social platforms. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Snapchat. And most importantly, girl, follow me on TikTok. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into the video. I told y'all, I have been wanting to make this specific video for quite some time because I know how it is coming into the acknowledgement that you are, a woman. And I know how, you kind of don't know where to go, who to go. Yeah, there are plenty sources and things online, but I didn't really see too many. I seen more up north content of trans girls coming out into their stories, and I also seen content like kind of going on towards the West Coast. I should say that I haven't seen a lot of content based out of the South. I lied, because there's T.S. Edison. All right. The first thing first, let's talk about smoking. So being on hormones, you cannot smoke on hormones. You cannot smoke no type of tobacco products because that kind of like, from what my doctor told me, is that when you smoke tobacco products, that does give you a more risk to get blood clots. And girls who do not want no blood clots, because blood clots form like anywhere. A blood clot could form in your chest, in your lungs, in your arm, bitch, your goddamn throat, in your eye. And so if you do smoke, I would say stop smoking before you get on hormones, because being on hormones, you are not allowed to smoke any tobacco products. Now, I did not ask about cannabis because anyways, the next thing I'm going to tell you guys about hormones. If you're first seeking to get on hormones, try to get hormones from a licensed doctor who's going to check your blood work, who's going to make sure that they check your heart rate, make sure that your body can take those testosterone blocker. Now, there is a thing called illegal hormones. I've heard not so good stories on them, but I don't knock no one that has taken them, or if that was their only way to start their hormone replacement therapy. So, I'm not judging, because I know how it is, you have to get it how you get it, but at least try to go to a licensed doctor, because girl, you need to make sure that your blood work, your doctor's job is to make sure that your hormone levels are adding up, making sure that that the hormones isn't doing a flip on your body, and you will be maybe producing more testosterone than producing more estrogen, or you kind of want your doctor to monitor hormone levels. So try to stay away from those illegal hormones. I understand that it's different for everybody, but I would say just try to stay away from those illegal hormones, girl. Okay. The next thing I'm going to talk about is breast growth. So once you start your hormones, understand that your breasts are not going to grow within days, within weeks. It depends on your genetics, your chromosomes, and how you are physically made up. So me, I kind of was fat. I've always been fat. So I did have kind of like more of, I had man titties before I had breasts. Bitch, I had man titties, so. Man titties. But for everybody, it is different. So just so you know, don't be trying to rush. Don't be ashamed of that breast growth, but just know that you will not see no results until 3 to 4 months. And then even while you're on hormones, your breast will, I want to say from what my doctor told me, your breast will stop developing, I want to say at between 1 and 2 years. So you have about 2 years to build breast growth, and then your doctor will kind of tell you if you have a second option to get a breast augmentation. Keep in mind there is a hormone that will help to increase your breast growth, and that hormone is called progesterone. So that hormone, that specific pill will help a trans girl who's like built up small and she has an issue with trying to grow any breasts or gain weight. So that hormone will help that girl gain weight if the hormones aren't doing the trick for her. But 9 times out of 10, the hormones do work, but hey, the hormones can only do so much. So, just be very optimistic. You won't see much breast growth within the first couple weeks or a couple days. You will start to see your breasts start to feel tender, and they're gonna be like nubs, like kind of like nubs. But you will start seeing breast growth within 3 to 4 months. So now I'm gonna talk about your voice. How do hormones affect your voice? So this is my theory. Keyword my theory. I feel like hormones weaken your Adam's apple. That's my personal opinion. Most folks feel like, oh, you do have to train your voice. I can also train my voice too. Well, my voice is trained to the point where, when I'm out in public, I can, alter the high pitch of my voice, if that makes any sense. I say that they do weaken. I do feel like hormones do weaken your Adam's apple to where you can sound more feminine. Keep in mind you are taking testosterone blocker, so that's going to, I feel like over a period of time is going to weaken your Adam's apple. But if you look it up, it does says that hormones do not assist you with voice, that you do have to undergo a type of vocal therapy or train your voice. But personally, my personal opinion, I feel like that it does weaken, because I have watched older videos before I transition and my voice sound a lot deeper. So you can, take it or how you take it, but that's just my personal perspective. Now I'm going to talk to you about facial structure. So being on hormones and on estrogen, your body will begin to gain fat and take away fat. So you will start to see a bit of fat decrease within your nose. You will start to see a bit more fat increase on your jawline. You will have more fat on your arms to kind of take away from the bulkiness of your arms. You will see fat within your hips. But just know that being on hormones, it will change your facial structures. It just takes time. You will start seeing those results, I want to say, within 3 to 4 months also. So just know, majority of these results you will see in between 3 to 4 months. And then over a period of 6 months to 12 months to a year and a half, you can look back on your pictures. You can see a big difference and a big change in your facial appearance and your overall body appearance. So now I'm going to talk to you about hormones and the type of symptoms that you get while being on hormones. So girl, being on hormones, you will have pregnancy feelings, pregnancy cravings. You will get bloated. You will have mood swings. You will have pregnancy cravings. And this is a true fact. This is a very true fact. You can look it up. For all the girls, for all the cisgender women who are going to watch this video and try to feel like I'm just talking, but trans girls, we do have period, like you hear about women on their periods and how they feel. That shit is true. And you being a trans girl, you will have a taste of those symptoms. Just be mindful. And then what's crazy, when I first started, I started getting itchy feet. Like the bottom and the base of my feet used to fucking itch. And I used to be like driving and I used to be scratching my damn feet on the damn floor of the damn driver's seat because my feet used to be itchy. So just know you will have a lot of weird symptoms. So now I'm gonna talk to you about acceptance. Understand that everybody is going to understand your transition. Everybody that you voice that transition to, everybody that you step to is not going to accept or understand your transition. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. You do have to, be mindful of people are going to feel entitled to give you their fucking opinion, even though you might not want it. But people are going to feel somehow or some way entitled to give you their opinion about your decision on your transition. Is just going to be that. So don't feel like you have to fight everybody you come into contact with. So be mindful. Everybody is not going to accept nor understand your transition. Your transition is for you. It's not for nobody else. So fuck how they feel. But don't disrespect them, but let them know, okay, well, if that's how you feel, okay, so what, so be it. Oh well, fuck it. And that's just that. Another thing I'm gonna tell you is to make sure that you have a strong support system, to surround yourself around a lot of positive people. People who are going to be understanding to your journey, people who are going to be willing to learn this journey with you. Be open-minded and not so quick to judge on anything that you would like to do in near future. That is the main thing about being trans, is having a good support system. Even if you have to be that support system for yourself, friend, do it, because you know what I'm saying, you got to. This is your transition. This is your journey. This is something that's special to you, that's within your heart, that you want to do to make you feel comfortable about you as a person and as an individual. So just make sure that you surround yourself by nothing but love, positive people, people who are open-minded, people who are understanding that the world, it is changing, and that people that understand that the diverse community belongs in the world. No matter how they try to push us to the side, no matter how they try to make us feel like, we're this alienic group type of shit who's just looked at. So having that support system will literally allow you to outcast majority of that negative energy that's all around the world. And I'm telling you from experience. So now I'm going to talk to you about pronouns. So to all my trans girls who are just starting in their journey, to all my trans girls that's been in their journey, well, the girls that's been in their journey, I'm sure that most trans girls have a balance with people in their pronouns. So understand that everybody is not going to, off the rip, call you by your preferred pronoun. You will have people that will make slip-ups. You will have people that make accidents. They'll forget. And especially if it's people especially if it's people that you grew up around, especially if it's people that you kind of, that kind of seen your growth, that kind of seen you come up, is going to be a bit harder for them to change that pronoun. I don't know why, but that's just how it is with those people. But I will say, you will find more respect from people who are just now meeting you than your own family. But for some reason, family and people that have seen you grow as a person, they have a more harder time whenever it comes to respecting your pronoun. Now that you are a woman, understand that you have to have patience. That's just my perspective. You know, you can go however you want to go on with it, but that's just my perspective. Most importantly, the last thing, take your time with your transition. Take your time, take your hormones, drink plenty of water, watch your body flourish. Do not try to rush your transition. Do not try to take more hormones the next day, or you'll skip a day and then you'll double your hormones the next day. Take your time with your transition. It takes a caterpillar time to turn into a beautiful, bodacious butterfly. All that shit, everything takes, so take your time with your transition. Do not try to rush it. Let your hormones take hold. Let your hormones do what it's supposed to do. Let your breast grow. See what your hormones have to offer you first before you venture out into getting any cosmetic or plastic surgery. But that is my opinion. That's what I'm currently doing. But I am in the place where I'm looking into cosmetic surgery. So that's where I'm at in my journey, and I've been on hormones going on 6 years. Gosh, wait. It might be 7 years. I really don't know, but I really think it's like six years. Anyways. All right, so that is 10 things you need to know before you transition male to female, part 1. I will be back with part 2 very soon. I do hope that all the tips and all of you will take and use it in your best way. I do hope that I said enough. Again, this is part 1. I do have a part 2 coming. And again, this is for all my trans girls who are new, who are just becoming into their understanding of their womanhood. And this is just a bit of advice for all my trans girls. So if you like this video, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to comment what you would like to see next on the next video after my part 2. And be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so you'll know every time that I post. And last but not least, be sure to follow me on all my social platforms. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Oh, shit. Add me on Snapchat. Most importantly, add your girl on TikTok. I'm starting to post a little bit more on the talk of the tea. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll see y'all in part 2. Bye, ho.